Hey,
everybody.
Oh, it's been a while since we did a podcast, but
we are back, and oh my goodness, there's just
so much. We just wanted to talk a little bit about we've been
going
seeing
on
in the news, you know, and
especially after Reverend Al went over to the London
and schooled them and told them, you all ain't right. He's like, you all had this great wedding, and then the acrimony just came out of nowhere. No, it's been there.
Yep.
So, shout out to Reverend Al, and shout out to everybody who has been calling, this so-called, what should I get? This rebranding of certain people. And we look at it and we see it as an erasure.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right. Because we did
episode 13. It was cosplay.
It was cosplay.
And it was right on that fact because we noticed it back then.
Exactly. And we've been, watching it, just
evolve
trying to
over
see,
time.
Yeah, where is this going to go?
Right. And she keeps it going. Good Lord.
Right.
Buttons.
Exactly. So we've decided, we're working on some articles and stuff, but we just wanted to come out here and talk a little bit about, let's define the definition of archetype. From the noun, it's a very typical example of a certain person or thing. The book, and its example is, the book is a perfect archetype of the genre.
Another definition, an original that has been imitated.
Example?
The example is the archetype of faith is Abraham.
Exactly.
So hence why we named this episode
The Archetype of Meghan is... Because, babe, she's the original.
Mm-hmm.
So, all the headlines and the rebranding and, rebranding.
Well, first, the branding.
I know.
Well, first of all, the copying, right?
Yes.
First, it started with the clothes.
Exactly.
The shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Then it came down to the mannerisms. Small little ones.
Right.
But then it got worse.
Right. So, let's talk about
down
the clothes.
To the project. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, in the clothes, it was like everything, just to give you an example, right, before we get into the clothes and stuff, it's like people in America at one point in my growing up were like, braids are awful, cornrows are ugly, it's awful.
No, it's not.
Because black people were wearing it.
Exactly.
Then, I don't know if a lot of you remember this actress or model called Bo Derek.
Right. In the 70s.
In the 70s, yeah. Oh, I just dated myself.
Shit, sorry.
She came out.
My bad.
She came out and she had braids.
Mm-hmm.
Or little cornrows or little, braids.
She had cornrows.
Yeah. And if she was a 10 and everybody fell in love with her, woo, 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 woo. And then every person that were not black,
non-melanated person wanted to
have cornrows, wanted to have braids. And it was like, and then it was a debate.
A whole push about who invented it first.
Yes.
And then they tried to claim that they invented it.
Exactly.
No, just because the Greeks wore it, guess where the Greeks got it from?
Where?
Africans.
Africa. Yeah. Oh, and what about the French braid? The French braid.
Good God.
So we came up with that. So you see, we had braids all along. And then what about Heidi?
Oh, the Heidi braids?
From Switzerland, from that stupid that movie about Heidi living on a mountain with her grandfather.
Right.
And she had braids. She had two ponytails like Pippi Longstockings, and it was plaited, braids. And
Africa.
I mean, that's what they did, people.
From Africans.
Yes, but
all the different tribes.
Yes. But of course, black people with braids is a no-no. But as soon as they want to, do it, it's like
it's ours.
It's theirs, and they invented it.
Right.
And what we've noticed is that with Meghan's wardrobe, it's like Meghan wore it first.
Meghan wore it first. She had it in her wardrobe
Exactly.
all this time.
It's her style.
Yes.
It's like, and we posted it on...
we posted the plaid.
Yeah.
When she wore the green tartan.
Right. And then this woman come up with the same green, a version of the green
Mumbles
tartan.
McButtons came out with her first rendition.
Exactly.
Copy Kate.
Then it was a second rendition of that plaid tartan. Then finally they said, you know what, let's just give up. Let's just get the identical
because
coat.
they had to get her out of those buttons.
Yeah, they got the identical coat of the double-breasted. This one has buttons.
Of
yeah,
yes.
They have
but
that.
No, but she had to have that dress with the button.
Right, but it took her a while. They got away from it.
Now they're just straight up.
This year it's like straight up Meghan's go.
Just copy paste.
Right, and then the article would come. Now that the article is saying similar to braids.
Right.
Ooh, look at this Meghan and
Kate.
Yeah, can't or won't, whatever. They have the same style.
And, no, they don't.
And and they're switching like, so it's almost like trying to erase Meghan. It's like, me and my husband, we kicked her out of UK.
Right.
So I am now going to assume her persona.
Which is creepy.
Yes, very creepy.
Very single white female.
Erase her.
Yep.
And so now when you're talking about style, it's me.
Right. And then the erasure is on a almost of a racist level.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is like, oh, nobody black can do this.
Exactly.
We must erase everything.
Even Meghan hairstyle.
I thought I was tripping at first because she started wearing her hair a little slicker.
Yes.
Cat.
Exactly.
And then started. Who does this? When did she do a swoop?
Never. She never do a swoop because it didn't go with the button. So now or parting it down the middle.
Yes.
You know? And then it's like the shoes. What about the shoes? It's down to the shoe level. We talked about it before.
No, but now, okay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The mannerisms.
Yes.
Even the same, like if Meghan did a video with one of her charities.
Yes.
Kitty Cat
has to do a video with one of her children.
And then she would change her background.
Yes.
To match Meghan's background. That's
what
creepy.
about the jewelry?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, please tell me about the jewelry.
Some of the jewelry Meghan will never be caught dead wearing. And Kitty is still kind of drawn to the royal jewels. So she likes to throw them on at the wrong time and too much of it, you know, in the wrong places.
You mean like when she goes to food kitchens?
Yes, but but she tries to. They were like, "Oh, look at her! Similar earrings to Meghan, or Meghan is wearing similar earrings." No, Meghan was first.
No.
Meghan was first.
She is the original,
right? And handbags.
Please stop. Even Cal tried to get in on that.
Yes, all of them in the royal family do that.
Oh, Fiesta.
Oh yeah, and Camilla.
Yeah,
the pocketbooks, and they always wore clutch.
Did you know that she did that to Diana, Princess Diana?
I didn't know that.
She did the erasure.
Oh,
she tried to do the black dress.
Oh, okay.
You can't do.
Oh God, I saw that black dress. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna post something on Twitter. Anybody who put a picture of her in that black dress, picture of that other dude PM and JC, or any one of those ugly haters. I mean, you just want to vomit. They gotta stop doing that shit. You know, I could be eating and scrolling Twitter, and then I run into that kind of stuff. No, there ought to be a law.
There should be warning. We need warning labels.
It should be a flashing warning. Okay, in 3 minutes,
you're gonna see some crazy.
You're gonna see some picture. So scroll on really fast.
Either scroll real fast, or close your eyes. Be prepared for what you're about to see.
True.
Yes.
And
okay.
So
what else?
With the pocketbook, with a clutch, like she never had pocketbooks. Now she's having pocketbooks. Not even crossbody and shoulder bags.
She ain't never wore that.
Yes.
Ever.
Right. Okay.
Well, maybe when she was younger, but that was like...
No, she never wore it. I saw her with the clutch, right?
Right.
And I examined her fingers. And all her fingers, most of her fingers are of the same length.
Now, how the hell does that happen?
No, it happens because some people have like a longer... First, your middle finger is longest, then the finger to the
index, and then your
index is shorter. No, not the one to the left.
Yeah,
the middle finger. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The index
the fourth finger
is next, and then the little finger and the thumb. You can't even measure the thumb because it's all the way down here. But the four.
Well, I don't know. Was the thumb the same length as the?
No.
Okay.
But if the thumb was the same length, that would have been
like some alien type
stuff. That's an archaeological. That's
some alien.
That's a different place she came from.
Or is that the inbred?
That's inbred. But her fingers, all four, are pretty much close to the same length. And I remember Googling, and it's saying something about that person. I have to Google it. But if you go, just Google it. What's wrong? It talks about the type of person you are, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And it sounds like it's matching up with Kitty.
Yeah, but she ain't normal with those 4. I'm sorry. But anyway, so it's a good thing she went away from the clutch, because that's all you used to see.
I know, the little midget hand.
Yeah.
Well, not midget. No,
big,
let me take that back.
Same size fingers. Same length fingers. And she used to do that because she didn't like touching people. She didn't like touching people. She didn't like touching her husband.
She
didn't
still don't like touching people.
But all of a sudden now,
and God forbid a black person touches her.
All of
the Caribbean tour.
Right, black people is different. But all of a sudden now, she's going out and hugging people.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
And she's putting a hand on the back of her husband and all these different things.
You don't like that?
So it's like mannerisms, and I think it's now all about behaviors.
Right. Okay.
Right. And it's sort of like Meghan was being called the children's prince, people's princess. She loved children. She's always hugging children. Guess who's trying to do that now?
Oh Lord, I saw it.
I know.
There was a photo, and she's pointing at the child.
Yeah,
and it was
the poor
scary.
child didn't know if it wanted to scare, scream, run, or what.
I don't know.
But it probably figured since mom is not moving, I should just remain calm.
I guess it's okay, but what if I touch it? Will it move?
No, don't even try to touch it. It might snap you. And then the big mouth open at the kid. It's
that's the only move she knows. That's her only original move.
The big mouth. It's like
face.
really. Nobody told a big joke.
Well, I think also too, maybe like the Botox locked up.
I don't know. So I'm saying, if you didn't do it first, you're mimicking.
Yep.
And you have a problem.
Yes.
H&M, they don't have a problem. You have a problem. And you cannot chase them or try to get rid of them and then try to adopt everything about them.
Well, I don't... Okay, so you mentioned that, right? Mm-hmm. Try to adopt everything about them.
Right.
What is her latest
the latest thing that endeavor? I saw... Okay, before I get to that one...
Okay, go ahead.
Is, she was on a walkabout. And during the walkabout, her teacher showed up. Oh, a teacher from days gone by showed up to hug her, right?
That ain't her teacher. How you know that's her teacher?
I don't know. Maybe it is a teacher, but he was planted, y'all, because H&M.
That's her family.
Yeah,
that's my granddad. That's her grandfather. Just
I didn't don't trust no one. No, but an H&M documentary. Remember when Meghan went back to her school and was with her teacher?
Her actual teacher
and she was the principal. Yeah, and they were hugging, and it was like, oh, it's so nice to see you.
She even brought out the yearbook
and what she had written in it.
And her beautiful penmanship that.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And so everybody loved that. So they watched the documentary and they say, okay, you have to have a teacher.
We need to do this.
We need to do this.
We need to recreate this.
Somebody... You want a teacher.
We like teachers. Teachers work. We can do that.
Her kids' teacher have to be there. I don't care how much you have to pay him. Get him an OBE, MBE, IBE.
He ain't getting none of that. I just need him to show up. He's going to get 500 pounds for him to show up.
Show up and hug her. Pretend she was a good student and hug her. And she's going to pretend she didn't know he was there. And she's going to go,
oh no, exactly. God, not with the face.
Yes, she did the face.
Yeah. No, but hold up. Okay.
Right.
So, what was the purpose of trying to stage that event?
To show that she's exactly to race Meghan. She's exactly like Meghan. So when we start talking about, remember the time in the documentary, Meghan with her teacher? Oh, you remember the time Kate's teacher came out to see her to walk about? You understand? So they always have something to compare with.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem. Because what was the key word you said?
What?
Compare.
Compare.
Right. And there is no comparison.
There's no comparison.
No.
Yeah. But evidently, Willie thinks there's a comparison.
Well, I think Willie thinks some other stuff, too.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Because there's some other hidden meaning behind all
of this stuff,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And
because they used to watch Suits.
Yeah.
And they used to watch it together. So who might have had a crush on
who?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much it wasn't the other way around. Meghan didn't have no crush on nobody.
Oof, God.
Yeah, no. And
have you seen the latest photos?
He must have been crushing hard on Meghan because now he's making his wife dress just like Meghan. Exactly. Yep. And that's why, oh my God, her coats now, they're all belted. I haven't seen a button coat in a while. And if it's button, it's not buttoned up. It's open, flowing.
Well, and it's not like so many buttons that you're just like, damn, how do you get all those buttons?
Exactly. It's open up. Yeah. She had a belt around her coat.
Did she do the buttons because of Rose? But anyway.
I think she just did the buttons because of her horrible taste. Okay. Her stylist that she tried to pass off to Meghan. Mother? Yeah, Meghan was like, hell no, I don't want you.
Hold on.
I don't want
who's her stylist?
Her fashion contacts.
The elderly group that the queen used?
Was like, hell no, I don't need your fashion contacts. No. I'm designing my own fashion line. As a matter of fact, I already did that. I got these top of the line designers that are my best friends. I need your No,
boo boo. No.
Yeah, she didn't know who she was dealing with. Exactly. Now they know who she's dealing with. Now they're trying to copy absolutely everything.
So now he's making her dress like Meghan.
Yes.
And act like Meghan.
Right.
But you would think, okay, out of all the things you would try to copy and cosplay, let's talk about her work ethic.
Oh, yes. No, her life. Okay. Yes. Her life's work in early childhood.
Okay. Them 5 questions?
Yeah. I don't know whatever came out of it. But her life work, her life work, she has this new campaign called Shaping Us.
Okay. And I saw that.
Yes.
And that was a lot of marketing and branding. They got they paid a lot of money to get that branding.
And then even like every day, the way Better Up puts out little sayings for you, and based on their methodology and their whole theme and everything like that, and overall company objectives. She comes out with a statement every day, a stupid statement.
Okay.
And her thing is like, it's, to me, you have to have some accomplishments for it to be life's work.
Okay.
My life work is, if I were to come and say, my life's work is singing. Right. Would you want me to have a Grammy?
A Grammy.
Be up there with Rihanna, these
Beyonce,
singing,
all them. Yes.
Backing up one of those singers?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
How could that be? Or playing little...
Yeah, or saying all the different venues that you've been at.
Right.
Or if you're an opera singer, all the different... Yeah.
Right. Or somebody, or maybe wrote a song, or somebody should know about you.
Right.
Somebody. Nobody.
What are you trying to say?
It's like... She's bringing all these experts over to the castle to talk to her.
And just copying their work.
Exactly. But why? For what cause?
Of all people.
Of all people.
A 7-year-old.
Yes.
Who had a TED Talk.
Yes.
About the same early development.
Right. And if she was really true, if it was really true and real, her youngest child won't be beating her up in public. I know I said it. The children are off limits, but he beat the shit out of him. He went, ee! Sometimes when we fight, we go, ee! Yes.
That's what he did.
He pointed at her.
Yes.
I ain't never tried to
cover her mouth.
Exactly. That's the rudest thing you could do to somebody.
Exactly.
So he saw that somewhere, so she needs to start at home. Her shaping up, she needs to shape up and do that shit at home before coming out here trying to tell people some crap. Like she's an expert. Nobody gonna listen to her. Jill Biden is not even gonna listen to her.
Jill Biden was like, why are we leaving? We just got here. Let's talk about educating kids.
They lied to her, told her stuff, and she
did
bought
you see
a notebook.
The binder? No.
Jill
Biden had a thick
binder
ready to go.
She was go and talk and show her notes and take notes and stuff. Ain't none of that happening. And then she heard Mumble say something, and poor Dr. Jill was she was so kind.
But
she was like, thank you.
The children and things. And...
Nobody could hear you.
That's how it was. Because we couldn't hear what she said.
Right. And I want to give her, here's something else she could work on, too. A black 11-year-old girl was beaten up.
Yes.
At her school. Outside her school.
And the headmaster watched.
Exactly. And she was beaten up by several people. Her braids. You know how hard it is to tear out somebody's braids?
Yes. Oh, that gotta hurt.
It's horrible. It's horrible pain they inflicted on that poor girl. That child is traumatized.
Yeah.
So what kind of early childhood did those how many number of people beat that child up. It was more than 6, I think.
Well, and I heard the parent dropped the kids off.
Exactly, and the parent was involved in it too.
Oh, they tried.
She was hit by an adult and some kids. So, what kind of early childhood shaped these racists, these monsters?
Exactly.
You know, she need to come out here and speak about it.
Yes.
She need to study them.
If it's not a baby or, you know, they're past 5 years old, she can't handle it. It's just too much knowledge.
No, well then she should be early childhood.
To form sentences.
It's early childhood. These are young people. She needs to find.
You saw how teenagers react to her. You saw them in the classroom.
But these are the kids she needs to research and find out what happened to you when you were young. Who told you that was okay?
The little girl had her head on the desk
because
she didn't want to talk to her.
Yeah, I know. And we saw how nasty she was to that child.
Well, that's because she asked. Hey,
when she said, "Where's Megan?
How's Megan doing?"
So technically, it's an insult to everyone. This whole shaping up campaign.
Well, look, can we even talk about just the way that the logo looks?
Yes.
What does it remind you of?
Better up.
And
Megan's.
Exactly.
Because of the green and the yellow and stuff.
Yes.
They want you. Yes.
It's sick.
It's sick.
It's a disease.
Yeah. And it's on a psychotic level. Mm-hmm. It's like she's gearing up for the big steal and doing all these things for the big steal, but it's not going to happen because we will never forget Meghan. You cannot do it. We know what she did in the UK in 2 years.
Exactly. Before she was married.
Before she was married. And
while she was married.
While she was married.
While she was pregnant.
Exactly. And now she's
doing how many goddamn tours?
Exactly. And now she's home in the US doing more, raising her babies.
Exactly.
And still working.
Exactly.
Working hard.
Working it out.
Yeah, and she didn't. I don't know if she has nannies, but whatever. She's still working. Yeah. I don't think she has nannies for all day.
I don't think she trusts them.
Maybe
like one, but
yeah, maybe one for a couple hours a day or whatever.
Yeah, but that's it.
You know, but yeah, this
Doria.
No, Doria's grandma. Grandma has her own life, but it's sickening that this woman is out here doing this thing. You know, leave it alone. Somebody need to tell her. Meghan is the archetype. She's the original. She should have learned something from Meghan.
You would think she would have.
Yeah.
And she hasn't. And you know what's interesting though? So in the UK, the papers are all about, you know, Kate is doing these things and she's finally stepping up, shaping up, whatever.
Stepping into her own.
How long has she been stepping into her own?
When you're 50, you're supposed to be gearing up for retirement. You know. You're gonna be coming into your own. Let's wait for the next 9 years. Let's see what she does.
That's if she makes it. She's about to get kicked out. Kitty's not gonna last that long.
It's like, why? You know, what is going on there?
But no.
And if it's an obsession of Willie leaks,
right?
It's like, girl.
But see, what I love though is everywhere outside of the island,
right?
All the newspapers they see, we all see,
right?
What's really going on?
Exactly.
And we're starting to call it out.
Yeah.
And I'm glad some of the U.S. papers are starting to call it out.
Right.
We know what's going on. And plus, we know, Meghan has been an activist since she was 12 or 11.
Exactly.
Yeah, she was young.
Right. So
Come on, the commercial.
Yeah. So she had some street creds.
Procter and Gamble to change their commercial.
Yeah. And she did other stuff after that.
Yes.
And you know,
Girl
so
she has a book in the National Congress of Library, Library of Congress.
Right. She has 2 books now. She's an author.
Yes.
So, and I took pictures of you. I don't call myself a photographer running around, you know, wanting to judge things and being like, I'm a professional. Let me take your picture. No, you know, you're not that.
Well,
I mean, you know,
at least you I had like an Ozempic commercial.
I had one of those. Cameras. I had all those different cameras, you know, because I grew
so what
up
you're saying
with
is you're technically a photographer.
With all these different cameras that I've used, you know, now on the iPhone.
Now you're a photographer.
Yeah, with all this different equipment, I'm better than her.
Oh my god!
So it's like she's only ever used that one camera of hers, or even Did she study photography at school?
It was art and history or something like that.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen anything from that.
Yeah, we haven't even seen anything from that. What? Yeah, exactly. What has she done in her own?
I mean, the only thing close to it is the photography.
No. I can't believe you went second.
I was trying to put something.
No.
I was trying to pull it together.
No. So your life work need to be about something, and something that you are well versed in. So go back to art history, find something, do something with it, and stop stealing people's stuff. Because even her picture book was other people's pictures. Her pictures are not qualified to do a book.
You mean none of her pictures made it?
None of her pictures make it. Maybe if she published a book of pictures.
But then she has to go hide in the woods in the park.
Right.
And in a full gown.
I don't
with
know.
high heels.
Right. But have you seen the other thing that we've...
To pretend like it's been secretly...
Did anybody ever pick up that book by that bench she left?
No, but that's the one I was talking about.
The one in the big park right next to Queen Victoria's white statue with all the gold.
Yes.
People will find it right away. She should have really hid it.
They didn't want it.
I feel bad for those photographers who entered. Maybe they got an OB. Maybe they got something for it. But yeah, maybe the book sold in the UK.
Maybe it made some money. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it made some money. Yeah. Okay. Prince.
But that was a pretty.
Prince Harry now.
Right.
Walking through his garden. I don't know if it's his garden or the house they rented to do the documentary. Might have been his garden.
Mm-hmm.
With a little bit.
Yes.
Yes. Doing natural 40 things.
Right.
Yes. And with the peaches and everything.
Yes. And with Archie.
Very loving.
Yes.
And then when he was picking oranges and throwing them down at Archie, poor Archie, he missed that one. It's a good thing he can't move. He couldn't move fast because he would have gotten it. But because of that, another thing stolen from the documentary, all of a sudden now they're releasing photos
Oh, yes.
of Willie Leaks with one of his sons in a garden.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's him as a young, when he had hair with George or what.
No, I thought that was, they were trying to show photos from, I guess, Pops had photos of, little George when he was young.
But who...
With Kitty.
But he was in a garden setting.
Right, and that's why they were like, oh, we have those photos. We remember
we have
this.
those photos too.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not original. If you came out after with it, we don't even want to see that.
But we know you hid them away because you were like, no, that's an invasion of privacy.
No, we don't even know if they hid them away. Okay. They were ugly pictures. And not only that, what if they did a documentary?
Oh God!
All of a sudden, they're trying to do a documentary of them.
Okay, what happened
and their
to
love story? Oh no, that's gonna be so. Oh,
is it gonna be
how many
where
people
they pretend and they have the meeting and they talk about how? Okay, remember when we go out, I need you to hug me like this, okay, and hold my back like that.
I don't know, but how to recreate a documentary? They'll have to put him in a rug.
Oh Lord.
Because he's bald, to recreate all those times, it's not going to come off well. You know, or just do it from pictures. It's still not going to come off well. Maybe they did home videos. I don't know.
No, did you see those photos back then?
No.
Even back then, he was had an attitude on his face.
Yeah, and it's not going to be pretty.
No.
So, and not many people.
Diana took those looks away for a reason.
Exactly. And not many people in the UK. Maybe 302 people who watched the gonna watch it.
The Earth shit.
Yeah, the Earth shit. But stop trying to rebrand yourself into Meghan Markle.
Exactly.
Meghan is the original.
Yes.
Let her be. Let her. She's standing on her own.
Yes.
And nothing they can do is going to change that.
No. I mean, they're going to try.
They're going to try. They're trying hard right now.
I know, and it's
sickening.
You know, we should count all the attempts because it's a lot.
Oh, it's a lot.
And they keep failing.
Yeah, I mean, I keep track of them and all the jewelry, all the shoes, all the handbags. I have everything. It's the behaviors that bothers me.
Yes.
You know.
You mean the part of where it's down to even the
experiences that she's had.
Oh, yes. Because she's trying to erase Meghan.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I have a teacher too. Really? What are we in?
We're in high school. Yeah. You don't realize that she's a mean girl.
Exactly.
She is the mean girl.
She's
out the one who peaked at high school and now has nothing to show for it.
You think she peaked at high school?
She totally peaked at high school. That's the only thing I could explain it.
That's one thing I never wanted to do was peak in high school.
And thank goodness we didn't.
Mm-hmm. So I'm Googling fingers of... what should I... I had it.
I know you needed to... We got to tell our listeners Y'all gotta check this out. This is too funny.
Yeah.
But no, Kitty Cat is she peaked in high school.
Okay, yeah, go back and look at
oh my god. That is scary.
Yeah, go back and look at the podcast we looked at if you didn't look at it.
Yeah, cosplay and then
Cosplay. And then you can look at what do finger length means.
Okay.
So evidently they talk about a normal finger length and the height. I'm trying to find one of hers that look exactly like her with all the same sizes, but if you have time and you're just not doing anything and you want to go look at that, it talk about your same length index finger and ring finger. Let's see what it says. The personality. Okay, if they're the same, if you're a person who leads a balanced life, you are a caring, faithful, gentle, well-organized person.
Okay.
No. You have a warm vibe and also a good listener. No. That's not her. Let me just get the same finger length, all index, ring, and
pinky?
And pinky. No, yeah.
Okay.
Let me get the pinky.
Okay.
Because she's not well-balanced. I'm sorry.
You don't think it's all the Xanax or something?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it's Xanax, but the smile and the forced induced whatever.
Okay. So it talks about the ring finger being longer than the index finger. I gotta check out hers.
Okay.
Because it's saying you're a very calculated person, and you have high levels of confidence. No, that's not her.
Well, no, but maybe she does, because in her evilness, she has very high levels of confidence in her Karenhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, she took that graduation from Becky to Karen with pride.
Exactly.
So I think, it might be right on the money.
But no, I need to have it where they're all the same. And you see pictures. Okay, it's like when all three are the same length, people, it means something.
Oh, okay, no, that's like the sign of the devil?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, because no, but I see what you're talking about. They're all the same size. That's creepy.
Exactly. But her little finger is not. It's longer too.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. So,
yeah, something ain't right.
Right. So I know this is probably all gobbledygook, but scientists think they're just a real.
I don't know. There might be something to it.
There might be something to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for listening, and keep watching and watch this space.
And keep them receipts, y'all.
Yeah, because we're going to be coming with more in all the different areas that she's trying to mimic Meghan, or they're trying to erase Meghan, and the news is trying to erase Meghan and trying to give Kate credit for stuff Meghan already did.
Not gonna happen.
And we're not standing for it.
Not on the Sussex Squad watch. No.
Yeah, because we have the receipts. We know who did it first.
Yep.
And we know who did it better.
Shit. You can't do it like Meghan. Do you? Can't she come up with something of her own?
No, she can't. No, her shipping us. Let's see what ships. What ships
out. Yeah.
Oh, women who have long index fingers on their left hands are more likely to cheat. This is from scientists from Oxford University. Woo! Oh my God. So, yeah, what do long fingers symbolize? Whatever.
Ooh, that's creepy. Okay.
Yes. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for listening. Please subscribe
and join
and like.